somebody else at work was like, you know the rumor about him, right? And I was assuming it was going to be like, I don't know, any
He gives
celebrity
you a
rumor.
back rub.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And they were like, huge cock. And I was like, I'm sorry, I'm at my computer right
Yeah,
now. Like, welcome back to None of My Business. I'm your host, Sophia Benoit, and this is my co-host, Kelsey June Jensen.
Hi.
And today on the podcast, we have an incredibly special guest, Annapurna Sriram, the writer and director of Fucktoys.
Hi.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. This is so exciting.
We're so excited to have you.
Yeah.
Can you, well, I feel like everyone's asking you to tell them about the movie, but do you mind? Can you tell us a little bit about your movie and pitch everybody on? I'm so excited for it.
Yeah. Fucktoys is about a girl who lives in a retro trash world called Trash Town, USA.
Love.
Might feel really familiar to anyone.
Might have-
In America, it's like,
Yeah.
you know, the familiar landscapes of like an abandoned warehouse or, you know, an oil refinery or,
Very familiar, yep.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
a highway overpass or, you know, these very like kind of like familiar, nostalgic, dystopian remnants of like Americana. And it's sort of this like pre-millennium universe.
Okay.
So there's no technology. She has like a bedazzled flip phone.
Oh,
She
love.
has her scooter, like a baby blue scooter with horses on it, airbrushed horses.
There is a goat in the movie.
Wow.
There's a goat. So she's told by a curse in the first scene. I'm really bad at log lines, by the way.
No.
So she's told by a psychic in the first scene, played by Big Frida, that she has a curse on her, and that the only way to lift the curse is to come back and pay Big Frida, the psychic, $1,000 and bring a sacrificial lamb, and she'll do like she'll do like a lifting ceremony.
Okay.
So the girl who doesn't really have a name, it's AP, it's me, essentially. it's all of us. It's the like every girl.
Yeah.
She rides off on her moped into Trash Town and she's like, I'm gonna make $1,000 and a day and go back and
Get the
pay
curse
the psychic
lifted.
and get the curse lifted. I gotta get a baby lamb. So, she makes work. She's a sex worker. She's like totally chill about her job. She's not a victim of her situation. She's just a victim of like Trash Town more
Yeah.
than any, like we all are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're-
You know?
yeah. No.
Feel that.
Huge.
She's just like, gotta make money.
So is the movie, the Fucktoy, is
All
her,
of us.
all of us.
Yeah. I mean, I think I don't know. I mean, I think
I don't want to spoil.
look, you might enjoy renting your labor for capitalism. I think that like we all have to try and like, come to terms with it. But I think we also all end up sort of,
yeah,
being a whore in some way.
Oh yeah, you're
in some
selling
way,
yourself,
yeah,
your body,
you're
your
selling
time,
something.
Yeah.
something.
And so that's sort of what I think the like symbolism and the sort of commentary is. But I don't want to tell anyone what, I want them to have their own.
Yeah.
Is it a
takeaways.
sexy movie?
It's a sexy movie. It should be
it's
funny.
very. I mean, I've seen the trailer. It's very funny. It seems very sexy.
It's shot on film.
It's beautiful.
It's shot with anamorphic lenses, if that
Oh,
means
wow.
anything.
It does.
to anyone.
Okay.
It does, because I see them and people are like, "That's so beautiful," and then someone says anamorphic, and I go, "Mm-hmm."
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, anamorphic also does the magic trick of like it stretches the frame and then you squeeze it. And
Oh.
my cinematographer was like, everyone will look thinner.
Oh.
And I was
So
like,
we
yeah,
need
anamorphic.
anamorphic
Okay.
I was
lenses.
like, check. Yep.
Alright.
So
we're gonna be
has
sign
an
us up.
anamorphic lens we can borrow.
We're all gonna look hot.
Someone-
Yeah, this is gonna
Everyone
look
looks
different
really
next
hot.
time.
The cast is all really diverse. Like I said, we have Big
Hot
Frida.
people.
We have this incredible like breakout actor there, non-binary Sadie Scott, who is incredibly hot. They're like a young River Phoenix, like brooding
They're very hot.
little punk kid.
Gorge.
Francois Arnaud's in it. He
I've
plays
noticed
sort
that.
of like king fuckboy at the, he's like the final villain boss at the end of the movie. And there's just a great cast. Brandon Flynn is in it. Damian Young, who's in The Comeback, which if you guys like The Comeback, he plays Mark. He's Valerie Cherish's husband. He's in the movie.
That's great. I mean,
Yeah.
again, a cast full of like of hotties.
Yeah. Tried to give a little something for everyone.
So I guess
And horses and a
And-
scooter.
and a scooter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
little
horses
Roman
on the
holiday.
scooter.
It's like
Yeah.
an homage. The movie's very much a love letter to cult cinema, new wave cinema, exploitation cinema, camp cinema, all the movies that I grew up with that I feel like really defined what is the century that's the 19? Is that 20th?
That's the 20th
Yeah.
century.
Yeah, they really defined like the 20th
I always have
century.
to do that in my
I
head.
know.
Yeah.
They really
always get
mess
messed
that up.
up.
And I
Because
understand.
it's 20 now, but that's we're 21.
We're 21.
Yeah, we're 21.
Okay, yeah. So the
It's-
20th century
Mhm.
sort of like classic cinema that was, I think, really groundbreaking for when it came out. I was like, where are those movies? Like, where's Pee-wee's Big Adventure and After Hours and Brazil and all of these very
Yeah.
heightened, surrealist, fun, irreverent movies? And so Fucktoys is very much an homage to the cinema that I love, that I grew up with, that I miss. And hopefully more people will
we'll see. Oh,
start
yeah.
making some freaky shit. And
So as kind of our show goes a lot into sharing other people's business, and
Yeah.
obviously this is a character that is
Well-
in Fucktoys. But did you worry ever that people would assume that whatever was in the movie was a reflection of you? Because I feel like
it's all
people
me.
do.
I mean, it's
that with-
all my life.
So it is, because I feel like as female creators, often if you make something fictional, people just
Mhm.
assume like this is what has happened to you, very literally.
Yeah. The fictional element is like the heightened reality that it's set in.
Right.
But a lot of the scenes, a lot of like the interactions, the some of the dialogue even were really just like things that would happen to me that I would just think like, this is so crazy. This should be a scene in a movie.
Okay,
You
so there
know?
is some. So you didn't. Did that feel like a layer of protection in sharing your business that it is fictionalized, or you don't like? Are you somebody who shares?
I'm an oversharer.
Okay,
Yeah, I have a hard
Same.
time with a filter.
same.
I also have this I've always had this like thing about honesty and like feeling the need to be really honest all the time.
Me too.
And-
that
and-
gets me in trouble.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's like I don't like feeling like I'm not being truthful.
Yes.
And I sometimes feel like if I don't just say something, like if I'm like, actually I didn't really sleep a lot last, like if I don't call it out, I'm somehow like not being
Withholding information.
Yeah. And I think that's
That
Oh
feels
my
like
god, I feel the exact
Yeah.
same.
You know, and
yeah,
it's a-
I'm like, I have to tell you, like, I forgot to tie my shoelace. This
Yeah,
morning.
yeah.
It's tied now, but it
yes.
was earlier.
And
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I think that like I wanted the emotional through line of the movie to feel very honest, to feel very grounded, but I was like, it's just so boring to set a movie in like New York City, one girl in a day. And like, this is so, we've seen this movie.
Yeah.
I don't want to look at apartments. Like, I don't want to
No.
look inside of people's boring, like small apartments. I was like, I want to have a film that feels more cinematic, that feels more expansive,
Mhm.
that feels more imagined. And also I'm from the South. So I was like, I want it to have this texture of like, the places that I grew up and these memories I have of
Yes.
what the world looked like. And so I framed it in the stylized way, I think more out of like, my regular life would just look really boring on camera, but we can take these same situations and just reframe them in these more sort of surrealist camp.
I have to ask if
Colorful,
there's one thing that I want to ask is in the
Ask.
movie, because it's on your Wikipedia page and I'm fascinated by it, which says that you were a competitive Irish dancer.
Okay,
Is this true?
Yes.
Or did a friend go in and say, I'm going
No.
to change your Wikipedia?
It's actually true.
So you were a
Oh my
competitive
God,
Irish dancer.
like river dancing.
Mhm.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you
So
bring
fun.
any of that into the film?
Just my calves really.
They're still. How often when you get drunk do you pull that out?
Never, no.
No, never.
Well, no, it's really not a drunk party trick. It's really not.
If I could Irish dance even
Whoa.
1%.
I'm
It's
so jealous. I really wanted to when I was younger.
so yeah, I
never
was
did.
an Irish dancer, which is why I couldn't be a horse girl. It was really like a pick one
Wow.
Wow.
type, hobby. My mom had a VHS of Lord of the Rings. Not Lord of the Rings, Lord of the Dance. Whoa, that was a brain fart. And I was in like third or fourth grade. I was really young and sort of like a loser, chubby kid, and I didn't really have anything going on.
You're
I
like,
guess I was a child, so I would like fake dance to the soundtrack.
And she was like, let's make this real.
And she was like, we can just take lessons. And so it started in like a church, like on
Wow.
this random lady would teach it in this like church basement.
Hmm.
And then I started competing.
oh, my,
And then I had to
Oh.
like change dance teachers to like work with like a more
oh my gosh.
like a dance teacher
You-
that had more champions. And so
Wow.
I was
I'm so
like,
jealous.
yeah, I mean, it was kind of, dancing is dance teachers have, I think, a notorious, I think, trait of kind of being tough.
Yeah.
In like a
They're like the chefs
abusive.
of the art world.
Yeah.
Where you're like, this is intense.
but where you're like a kid.
No, that's
and you're
the
like
thing about
watching a kid cry. You know, where you're
Yeah.
like, why are dance teachers so mean?
Well, I
So
do think
intense.
that's kind of the difference between chefs is usually they're yelling at adults. And
Yeah,
there's
dance
lots of
teachers are
drugs. And then the dance teachers are like, I want to do that, but to kids.
yes.
I want to ruin someone earlier.
Yeah.
Did they get worse and worse as you leveled up?
No,
dance
I was
teachers?
actually like a good kid, and I was like I flew under the radar. And in my class, there were maybe like 7 of us, and I was one of like the older girls. And then there were these like little girls who were champions. And I was like their cool big sister.
Okay.
But then I remember on my 16th birthday, I was late to class, and it was my birthday. And she just like yelled at me in front of everyone. And it's like, I wasn't even driving. Like my mom was still driving me. It's like, you're yelling at me for like my traffic, like, you know, and
crazy.
I just was like, I quit. And I just like walked out.
And you never danced again?
And I never danced again. I was like, you're gonna yell at me. I was like, I quit. And then her husband tried to call my mom to be like, we don't even want her here. Anyways, she's partying. She's on MySpace. And then she called to be like, don't listen to him. We still want her to come back.
She's on
Oh my
MySpace.
God.
Yeah, it was
the
drama.
husband getting involved. Was he also a teacher? Or
No,
was
he was just like,
he was just like backing
he
her
was
up.
just a conservative man in the South. I don't know. He
Wow. Don't get on MySpace space if you want to be an Irish dancer.
Damn.
You can't make it
You know,
in
it's
this
that
world.
age when you're like a teenager where your friends are partying and you're like, I have practice. Like, it's like where
Yeah.
you're stuck in that kind of like, do I want to like start being a bad kid, or do I want to like be disciplined and travel with
hard
my
choice.
young friends to these competitions every weekend?
Right.
And I hated competing because I was so nervous. I would just have so much anxiety. Like
Yeah.
I like performing, but I really don't like the competitive element. So, but
Right.
yeah, it's true.
This is amazing.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I know that doesn't
Wow.
technically have to do with sex and relationships, but I do think it's important to
You know,
know.
some people might have
it's a
shame
foundation.
around it, and
We're
here to
eliminating
like
all shame.
eliminate
Yeah.
shame.
even if it has to do with Irish dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's like
Remove
nothing
your-
sexy about. I mean, that's the other thing. It
That's not
doesn't like
true.
translate into the club. It's not like you can like go to the club and like whip out a jig.
You could though.
first
You
of all,
would be
you
the
could.
only one doing it,
You
and I
can
feel like
bring
you
a
would. It would be like a circle around you if you
I-
whipped out the jig.
I also think you can bring in
wish I could do
eroticism
that.
to Irish dance.
It's
like,
just like a
100%.
very non-erotic dance. It's like your
the stiff
love
arms
it.
is like
Wow.
kind of a killer.
It's like your whole upper body.
But they're
is,
going
like,
nuts with their
It is
feet. It's
crazy
like
that
big
they-
time feet stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they go nuts with the feet, but there's no like swag.
It is crazy
true.
to
It's
make a
pretty
dance that
vertical.
has 0% sex appeal. Like
Yeah.
that is
Yeah.
Well,
so
the
wild.
saying is, and I actually don't even know how this is true, so people can like check me on this, is that they weren't allowed to dance.
But it only counted if they moved their arms.
They had those doors where just the top part of the door could open. You know, those old type of
Yeah,
old timey doors.
Yeah.
So the idea was that
yeah.
they would have the top part open so that they could look in, and the people would be dancing, and then it wouldn't look like they were dancing,
I
and
always
that's how they
heard-
got away with it. But that might be fake.
I
That
heard
might not be-
a slightly different rumor when we had somebody come to our school and they said that like there was like people that were against dance and they were like outlawing dance, kind of like Footloose vibes.
Yeah.
But that there was like a technicality that if you didn't use your arms, it wasn't dancing. But again, I think this is just like a really big excuse for having a shitty dance method that then you make into an art form. They were like, one guy sucked at dance, and they're like, I guess you know.
I'm gonna start using that. If I want to go out dancing tonight, one of my friends is like, no, and be like, you can just go and don't move your arms.
Don't move your arms.
And then it's not dancing.
Yeah.
It's
It's
not
not
dancing.
just go crazy with your feet. It's like don't move your arms though, and you're fine.
We should all be jigging more. Are you
I would
guys
love to jig.
Now that we've shared your business dance related dance
Yeah.
edition, are you ready to kind of dive into someone else's business?
Yeah.
So the way this works is before
Okay.
the show, I interviewed someone, Kyra. That's a fake name, not a real name.
Kira.
Kyra,
Cute.
and
That's so cute.
We should have made her Kira O'Malley or something.
our Irish dance queen.
Yeah.
And I asked her all sorts of questions about her sex life. And
Do I
then
open this?
you can open it now. And she gave us some very wild answers. I'm so excited for you guys to hear these stories.
How do you find her?
We ask people, this is such a great transition. We ask people to reach out if they are willing to share their stories anonymously. If you would like to share your story anonymously, email us at noneofmybusinesspodcast@gmail.com.
What if Kyra was me? No, kidding.
And you're just low-key sharing stories. You're like, and then when I went to Irish dance, and we all know
Did I
it's
say
you.
Irish?
One of us
One of us has a question, and then you're like, well, actually, no. And
So
then
that's
you
not what
clarify.
happened.
Let me clarify.
I think
what I was trying to say.
Yeah. Sorry, can I go back?
So
Actually?
you are going to become Kyra today.
Okay.
And she has some crazy stories. And Kelsey doesn't know any of the stories.
Okay,
You don't know any of the stories. This is your first time hearing them. But
This is a cold read.
yes.
cold
So
read.
before you get into her business, I'm going to give you a couple pieces of Kyra's business so that you can get a taste for who she is. When Kyra was 15, she told her parents she was bi and that she didn't believe in God. And they sent her to Jesus camp where she says she hooked up with everyone.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah. That's the only way to
Good.
do Jesus camp.
She said everybody was fucking. Like, she was like, yeah, we all were. Like, I don't know why.
These little
Was she
Jesus sluts.
like Christian?
She grew up in Georgia and her parents were Christian and fairly conservative, I think. And then I think she's forced them to become less conservative over time because she also, as her next piece of business, gave her parents the sex talk when they got divorced and she was 22. So she sat them down and she was like, you need to use condoms. You need to get tested. One of her parents did end up, I believe, getting an STD. And she was like, and I told you not to. Come on.
Were they like each other's first? I guess that's just like conservative vibes. I don't know. She had to have the sex talk with them? That's wild.
I don't know. I think that's a good question. Like, why did they need the sex talk?
Like how old?
I mean, she was 22 and she like sat them
But like
down.
when was she 22? In like the 90s? And
Right.
Well, she's So
When did
Kyra's
they get
34.
together?
Okay, so she's
Okay.
young.
She's 34.
Okay. Yeah.
Bisexual. Her pronouns are she, her. I did skip that part. Sorry, everyone. Kyra's main business, her name, age, you know. So yeah, it wasn't like that long ago, but she did have to sit them down and be like, here's the deal.
I wonder if they asked for it or if she was just like, hey, we're doing this right
They
now.
didn't
Sit
ask
down.
for it. She said, she was like, I knew that my parents were going to get out there after being married a long time and be wild and not know what to do and how to do things. So she was like, I'm having a talk with you.
That is
And
so
she
funny.
like talked about dating apps and like she really sat them down and said, you're going to learn.
Good for her.
Amazing.
And then she says that her weirdest deal breaker is that she won't date guys with a Y in the middle of their name. For the for the listeners out there, Kyra's name is spelled Kyra. And I said, what? And she said, I don't know. I have a horrible dating history of men with Y's in their name, like Ryan's, Tyler's, Kyle's, Dylan spelled with a Y. Dylan, who spells it with an I, totally chill. I don't have a problem. And she said she also doesn't have a problem with women with a Y, just
Okay.
men. It's a deal breaker. She like quite literally will not date people.
Do you know what her sign is?
That's a great question. I don't.
We need to start asking. Yeah. What do you
don't even know.
think? Do you have a guess?
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know enough about the signs.
I don't
but
know
I
either.
feel
I don't
like
either,
it
but
must
I'm like,
be
I want to know what you
connected.
think. Yeah.
We should start asking
Yeah.
people because you're not the first person who's asked what this anonymous person's sign is.
Is there a Y in one of the signs? No, there's not. There's no Y.
Aries,
Okay,
but spelled
no.
with a Y.
Yeah, we get. Okay. She's an
just-
Aries.
Like me, yes, okay. An Aries,
Are you an Aries?
You an
an
Aries?
Aries sister, yeah.
Oh, here we
Okay.
go. So you're gonna connect to this.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you ready to become Kyra and start sharing your
Yes,
business?
yeah.
As a note, you can interrupt at any time to share your own business, talk about hers, and as a note, sometimes the cards go from
Okay.
one thing to the next.
Okay,
But
perfect.
all right, Kyra, who was your first time with?
Okay, so my first time was with my girlfriend Vivian when I was 15. Ooh, that's young. In ninth grade, I had a boyfriend and Vivian was dating my other friend. So the four of us hung out a lot. But then my boyfriend moved away and Vivian got cancer. And then her boyfriend dumped her. What? Okay, that's
Awful.
okay. Yeah.
Horrible.
So she and I kind of bonded over the situation being fucked up and we got closer and closer. And then eventually we started dating. Aw.
That's cute.
That's really
Wow,
sweet. Yeah. Okay, then she has a side note. The thing is, penises aren't scary. The first time I don't
agree with that. I want to be clear. I don't agree with
Well,
that, but
It's not that I don't think they're scary. I just think they're
They're ugly.
They're
Yeah,
ugly
okay.
and it's shocking. Every time I'm a little bit shocked. It's a new experience every time.
it feels to me, I always thought of it as like when you see like a bulldozer where you're like, this has a job to do. It's not for aesthetics.
This is actually why I don't like a dick pic. Because the
No,
point
my
is
God,
not the
no.
visual.
No.
No.
It's like I don't need to see a picture of your shovel.
No,
it's like just
exactly.
dig a hole.
Just,
yeah.
Yes. Show me the
Yes.
dug up pool and the in-ground pool. I don't need the like construction
I do
equipment.
not wanna see it.
Not really interested.
Yeah, I don't even need to see the bulge in the pant.
No,
shot
No,
either.
actually, it's usually worse.
Just send
honestly,
me money.
Yeah,
just
send me a Venmo.
Let's
That'd
see how
be
big
so
your
much
Venmo
better
is.
and
Like,
hotter.
please.
Like, I will get turned on if you do that, not by a dick pic.
Apple Pay, anything like
Cash App. I can download anything. I'm
like
open.
anything.
Yeah.
Or
Zelle-
like your
Zelle is
bookshelf.
nice.
Like, let me see the books you're reading.
Yeah,
like
honestly,
that's
yeah.
hot.
Do you have a
know?
candle? What's your favorite candle smell?
Yeah.
I'd be interested in that.
So, anyways, but
Sorry, man.
Kyra, penises aren't scary. The first time you see a dick, you're like, this is kind of ugly. Like we're saying.
like we're saying.
Why is it looking at me? But it's not scary. Vaginas, meanwhile, are intimidating. I kind of agree with this. Especially if you have one. Like, I knew what felt good to me, but I had no idea what would feel good for her. So Vivian and I decided we'd watch lesbian porn and just do what they did. But for some reason, we also decided to take Ambien too. Honestly, it was one of the greatest learning experiences I ever had. Okay. Vivian and I were both hallucinated. And I both hallucinated a bunch, and I learned how to eat pussy really well. Okay. I guess the Ambien just like helps you get out of your head, maybe.
Yeah.
I
The Ambien is wild.
the watching porn and being like, we're gonna do what they do, that makes perfect sense because it is like a vagina can be confusing. There's a lot going on,
yeah.
moving parts,
Yeah.
and the Ambien part, you lost me. Like
That's wild.
I'd
Maybe
be
it was like,
stressed.
also though, like they're 15. I just feel like when you're a teenager, you're like, let's just add a drug.
No,
Yeah,
totally.
yeah.
Like taking a
Like,
pill
what does
is
my
a
mom
fun
have?
thing. That's what they
Yeah.
did. They literally they were like, oh, we're gonna go see what,
Ambien
Yeah.
is wild.
especially
Yeah.
the hallucinating part.
God,
Like,
yeah.
I didn't know Ambien made you hallucinate. I thought it was more of like a sleeping.
I'm pretty sure
If you
Ambien-
like stay awake, it does make you hallucinate. I have never taken it, but I've known
Yeah.
one of my friends' moms would take it and then get on Facebook and go wild. She would put it all on Facebook, and I was like, okay.
Oh, an
so
Ambien. She's having an
she took
Ambien
an-
moment.
she's-
Okay,
she
okay.
One of my
Yeah, yeah,
roommates
yeah.
took an Ambien, or I think it was an Ambien, and she was really sick, and she took an Ambien to go to sleep. And then I went out to go do something that I can't remember what. It was like I was at like a dinner or something, and all of a sudden she started texting me photos, no context, nothing, no text at all, just photos of Fran Drescher. And that was it. And I was like,
And that's one of the
copy.
common side effects.
I was like, okay,
Yeah.
I've
Okay,
received
sure,
your messages.
yeah.
Like, thank you so much.
Love her.
Yeah, like
Wow.
awesome.
She took it before going out.
No, she just stayed at home.
Oh, she
And
was
she was
at
like,
home, okay.
I'm gonna go to bed, but I
I see
guess
what
she
you
like ended up staying up, and she just started
Damn.
texting me Fran Drescher photos.
I just want to say too, I really appreciate how like women in this like sexual experience are like, hey, let's learn. Like, let's
Yeah.
figure this out. Let's like
Yes.
become really good at this.
yes.
Yeah.
You know, less of like, let me just like force my way in and just like
Yes.
pound on you. And this
Mhm.
like approach of like, I want to give pleasure to my partner. Like that's important to me and to, you know, that we do this
Totally.
successfully.
Yeah, it's sweet.
I think it's good. And I learned how to eat pussy really well.
Great job, Kyra.
Oh, yeah.
Love that. And love that for Vivian.
yeah.
Yeah.
Over the years, I've taught a lot of people how to do it. Okay, guru. One of my
Wow.
guy friends, every single girlfriend he's ever had has reached out and thanked me for teaching him.
What?
See, these
Oh my God, icon.
not all saints have capes. What is it?
Right.
Not all heroes
not
eat
all
pussy
heroes.
that well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything with him. I just gave him instructions and told him to practice a lot. And apparently he's done a great job since.
Wow.
He's done such a good job that somebody has addressed that he's done a good job, and then he has, which I have to give him a little bit of credit for, called her out and been like, "Oh yeah, no, I know I eat
He's
pussy
like,
well.
don't thank me.
It's Kyra.
That's
Yeah.
sweet.
But yeah.
Go ahead and
sweet.
give her a call."
He has like a end credits.
yes.
Yeah, yeah.
He's
Yeah.
He's like,
This pussy
special
eating
thanks.
brought to you by.
Yeah, yeah.
like
That's
good.
so sweet. I also
is.
think it's sweet that the women reach out and thank her too. Like,
I
it's not
wonder like
weird.
what point in the moment he's like, by the way,
Yeah.
He, like,
when does,
sits
when
up
does the
my
for
friend
drop?
Kira taught me how to do that.
Yeah, midway through, you
Yeah,
like
and he's,
it.
like,
Kira
likes
said
it.
you would like this. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's like
Go ahead and-
Kira said you'd like it.
yeah, yeah. During they're like, what?
Yeah, you like that.
He's like
Yeah,
compliments to the
Kira.
chef,
That's
and
the
the chef
Kyra.
is Kyra.
Yeah.
like okay,
And they're like, who's that? Your ex? He's like, no,
no, Kyra.
No.
just my friend. She's awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
It is sweet that
He's, like,
she's
looking
such a good
off.
teacher that she didn't even like use like he didn't go down on her or anything. She just verbally taught him
Do you
what
think
to do.
she like used?
like a model?
Yeah, like
Like
a
the
like
birthing
CPR. You know,
class.
they have like a
Yeah, the
CPR
CPR
thing. They have like a fleshlight
yeah.
for that. Like a
Oh, a fleshlight would be good. That
like a
makes sense.
teaching
I think it'd be
fleshlight.
nice. What I would like to see a visual of is maybe if she used her hands, so then you could see how if she's like using her tongue, then
Or maybe they have
Yeah.
a third
I don't
person
know.
holding their hand up so that
and then she goes in and she's like, "Here's what you're gonna want to do." You know?
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I like that
like
you
that.
put your eye to it. Like maybe
Maybe that's the Kyra special.
Yeah, you're that,
Maybe
like, a
that's
little
why they
eye
like it.
job.
Yeah.
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 See what's
Kind of
inside.
tickle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the sty.
Are those false eyelashes?
I'm like, picking my eyelashes out of her pussy.
You're
Like,
like,
oh, sorry,
make a
sorry.
wish.
I just got to fill.
Whoa.
Wow. Anyway,
Actually, this is a great follow-up interview for Kyra. It's just like,
Yeah,
tell us
Kyra,
your
what's going
secret.
on?
Like,
Yeah.
what's the secret?
please reach back
Yeah.
out
Will
and
you
tell
give
us
us
the
a
secret.
tutorial?
Like, literally.
Please, I want the tutorial.
We need the ambient tutorial.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So the next section for Kyra is cheater.
Okay.
Kyra, have you ever been cheated on?
My high school boyfriend Jack cheated on me. My parents and I moved to Chicago the summer before senior year, and he and I started dating. Right before graduation, a random guy reached out on Facebook Messenger while I was watching Gossip Girl with my dad and told me that Jack had fucked his girlfriend that day. Wow.
You're in the middle of an episode of Gossip Girl with your dad, and you're getting Facebook messages
By Jack.
Yeah.
Like Jack's friend was like,
Jack's
"Hey,
friend.
Jack just fucked my girlfriend today."
Yeah, also like I hate this type of moment I just feel like I know this moment when you're a teenager
Yes.
and these like first betrayals happen.
Yes. Yes.
And you're somehow like with your family.
yes,
family.
and your heart drops,
And you, like,
you're like,
can't-
I can't say anything,
And you can't like tell that, you know what I
Yes,
mean?
I can like feel it,
But you're like having to like, this is how you learn how to mask. You're like
Yeah.
having to like pretend like everything's fine, but you're like internally,
oh,
I feel
your
like
life is
dying.
over. Yeah.
You-
Yes,
everybody's
yes.
always getting like the worst text message of all time when they're sitting down to a family dinner. Like a
Mhm.
bit, it's like
Yeah.
Thanksgiving dinner, and then someone's like, "Hey, I don't think we should see each other anymore," and you're like, "Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
time to talk to my aunt about her new fence that she put
Yes.
up."
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
I was pissed. I had fucked Jack that day. I also, before Gossip Girl, I also
Yes, and also the same day as the
She
girl.
fucked him. What?
double
guy-
dipping.
He literally fucked two women the same day.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Jack must
My
think
lord.
he's hot shit. I also had dinner with Jack and his parents that day. So this is night. I called Jack to confront him and he was scrambling and lying about fucking this girl, so I knew it was true. Eventually, Jack's best friend confessed everything to me. Basically, Jack had been cheating on me the whole year we were together, including sleeping with one of my closest friends on Valentine's Day while I was out of town visiting my grandma who had cancer. But you know what? Also, I want to just say they were teenagers.
oh,
100%.
the slate
So-
This
isn't
is very
wiped
teenager
clean,
behavior.
but it's a little erased.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, okay, what are you up to now, Jack?
Man.
I also feel like, this is the era of being especially messy.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
that I'm
Yeah.
saying it's okay,
Oh,
but I'm
totally.
just
Oh,
saying
totally.
like being a teenager is when like you do all this stupid messy shit and you hurt people and then
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
realize, oh, I can't do this
Yes.
because
Oh,
this,
yeah.
yeah.
We
I do
all
think
did.
that
I
like
did.
you get your record of everything kind of expunged or wiped,
Mm-hmm.
once you turn like, I don't know, 22 in my mind, which maybe isn't a fair arbitrary date, but
Yeah.
Yeah, 22 is fair, I feel like.
I feel like once people get to 23 and 24, I'm like, you're getting close to that frontal lobe being fully
Okay.
cooked. Like,
25, 26, then we're like, all right.
all right, you're done.
All right, let's ease up on it.
Yeah.
Let's stop that.
No, but this is a good time to. You're a high school senior and you're.
I
ready
mean,
to-
like, yes, fuck Jack, but like,
Totally, but
boys,
Oh,
not
if I-
shrug, but
yeah,
like,
they're all
it's
idiots.
gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
She's got her girlfriend.
if I was her friend and in high school, I would go beat Jack's ass. And I was an adult. If I found out that an 18-year-old did this, I'd be like, okay,
Yeah, I'd be like, y'all are crazy.
yeah,
Tired me
He's
out.
like, don't worry, you have
Yeah.
your life ahead of you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
worry.
yeah.
You-
You'll
I
be
hope
over it
you
in a few
change.
years.
I hope you change. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so did you confront Jack?
Jack and his family had a detached garage, and above it was a loft area. Jack and his brother used to hang out up there all the time and bring girls there. Ellie and I,
So sorry, Ellie is the friend that called with some information about this and,
Okay,
and got
okay,
involved.
okay.
So Ellie is a good friend of hers. She's not the friend that Jack fucked.
Okay,
Don't
okay.
worry.
Okay.
Ellie and I skipped school one day, and we went out there while his parents were at work and he was at school. And we took the mattress out of the loft. I found bras that weren't mine. I found condoms that couldn't have been mine because I have a latex allergy. could have been his brothers, though. Maybe I don't
That's
know.
true. That's
Okay,
true.
But
That is
I
true.
nailed. Also, the bras could have been the brothers. But I'm just, they both brought.
We don't know what happens in the
True,
fuck
true.
loft.
I know.
Yeah,
Okay.
Like, we don't know.
I'm
No, I'm
saying.
agreeing with you.
No.
No one knows who's
It's Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I nailed all of those to the roof. Whoa. And then we lit the mattress on fire. Okay, badass. Okay, in the alleyway. Wow.
Whoa.
That's some good
She and her friend-
revenge. Yeah.
Right. Also,
Wow.
she and her friend like skipped school to do this and like got on a roof, which maybe I'm being a like absolute pussy, but to me, I'm like, I don't think I would climb on a roof to prove a point. I would
Oh, they
definitely
did it on the outside.
on the outside.
Oh,
They
I
like
thought it was the
nailed it
inside.
to no, they like
Okay.
nailed everything to the outside roof and then brought the mattress downstairs.
Oh, I bet his parents were pissed.
I would be too. I'd be like,
Do you think they nailed all the condoms?
I hope that's what she. I mean, she said
That
they-
is so like tiny and
Wow.
specific on
Yeah,
the roof.
yeah. She's like, hold on,
each
sorry.
little
Holding it
nipple.
Yeah,
She's
having
like,
it in your.
Can you help me?
Okay, next
Getting really
one.
into it. Yeah. They're like getting really into the placement. They're like, actually,
No, let's actually let's
Yeah.
do like
So
3
let's do the
bras
bra-
and like
yeah,
a sort
yeah.
of
And then
Okay, over
actually,
on that
let's
side, it's
move
a
the
little
Can
condom.
we
empty.
circle the
Yeah,
condoms
it's kinda
around
heavy.
the bras?
yeah, yeah. It's a little heart.
I wish we had photos.
I wish.
know.
Of the art exhibit she made for
Yes.
them. Yeah.
Yeah,
having
and I
to
bet
ex-
it was beautiful.
Explain to your brother why you can't use the fuck loft anymore because the mattress is on fire because I couldn't stop cheating.
Yeah. The parents were enabling this fuck loft.
I'm sure
I
they were.
really want to hear from the parents. Like, what did they think? Did they come home and see it?
They
The
were like,
museum, the art
whatever, they're
display?
boys. Just don't knock them up. They're probably like that
Yeah.
type. They were on
Yeah, they
Ambien too.
They're all on you.
They're like, I had my Chardonnay. I don't
Yeah.
know.
They thought they were hallucinating. They're like, oh, there's condoms and bras on there. Oh, well, we just gotta go.
The
to
mom
bed.
thinks it's her husband.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I do think that there's like a type of boy mom that lets her sons have a like loft above the garage that it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
you do what you need to do.
Yeah.
You know,
I
like,
feel like in high school, I would party at those houses
Yes.
where
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like some boy. I'm like, you just do whatever.
Yes.
boy
you
parents
know?
did not
Yes.
care. They did not care.
Yeah.
Girl parents were all like, when are you gonna be home?
They're
And boy
like,
parents were like,
yeah.
please don't come home. Please.
Yeah, they need a
Please
break.
don't.
Please. I
Get
would
out.
if I had that son, I'd be like, first of all, live in the loft. Don't
Yeah.
like knock on the door if you need something.
Yeah,
Don't get out.
that's true. There was always like a random guy's house that we were at. It's like, where are your parents?
They have
Yeah.
no
So they're like
supervision.
sleeping and they don't care that we're all partying.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
yeah. or
Did you
smoking.
guys you were
Yeah.
grew up in Tennessee, right? Did you
Yeah.
guys have basements everywhere? We had basements
Yeah.
in Missouri.
Yeah.
And it was just like there were people's parents who were like up on the second story and did not know.
No,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah.
We also had
not?
like I had the one friend who's had like just her mom and her
Oh,
brother was
yeah.
a senior when we were sophomores.
Hell yeah.
And also he would have his friends over and then she would have all her friends over.
The mom.
No,
Or,
no,
oh, the
my
daughter.
friend.
Oh, okay, okay.
But we would have these like co-ed sleepovers
That's
at their
Oh,
house
hell yeah.
because it was like his friends and her, you know, and then
yep.
the mom was just like, all right, kids.
I had one
the
friend
single
like-
mom houses.
Oh, they're so
if she was
fun.
single.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
They were so fun.
Yeah.
So fun. I was like,
my
you
mom
are
would have
awesome.
had a fun house, but I wasn't a fun kid. She probably wished
my
because she was a
parents
single
were
mom and she
not-
was like
yeah.
probably like, okay. And then she had me and she was like, okay, never mind, my kid's a loser. Never mind.
Well,
Okay. So I guess we're
I
not doing
thought
that.
you said
You're
you
not
had
a
people coming
loser.
over.
I,
People
we
came
did.
over a lot.
I did have people come over, but it wasn't like drinking and like hooking
wasn't
up.
party.
It
Yeah.
was like,
It was like
let's hang
Scrabble.
out and watch a movie and it's funny and like we're making fun of the movie. It was like,
Yeah.
and then eventually my
Okay.
friends outgrew that and they were like, we're gonna go drink, and I was like, no, that's wrong.
Me and my
Yeah.
girlfriends did a lot of practicing making out with each other. Like a
That's-
lot in a way where I'm like,
We
we
weren't
all-
practicing. So we were just making out.
yeah, we're all just making
Oh,
out.
every Friday we
We're
were
like,
just
this
making
is
out.
really fun, right? Yeah, it's gonna
Yeah,
be really
yeah.
fun. We really do it.
Same time next week.
But let's keep practicing for right now.
Yeah,
I would have
yeah,
been
yeah.
sure I'm good.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, that's really nice.
Ooh. Oh, okay.
Okay, so
question 3.
Question 3. This is one of the reasons I wanted to talk to Kyra was because she has a really fun background. She was a sex worker. So what happened after you and Jack broke up?
Okay, my freshman year of college, I took a class on human sexuality, and for extra credit, we could go to this sex dungeon and write a paper about it. And I went, and I ended up becoming a dominatrix.
For extra credit.
This is so cool.
I
wha-
t-
wait.
I'm like, your class
And
took
by
you
the
to
way,
a
if you need some
dungeon.
extra points- Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
yes. She told me all about this. She had like way more details on who the
I-
professor was, and I didn't want to put that in there
Wow.
to identify anyone. But
This
the,
is so progressive.
the funniest part to me
crazy.
is
Wow.
imagining the sex dungeon where each semester there's a day that there's just a bunch of people coming in.
With their backpacks on.
Yeah, they're like,
Yeah.
oh, sorry, like looking
Sorry.
and like being bumped into.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
No, for
Holding it on their
real.
belly.
Like so
Wow.
funny that this sex dungeon has like a reciprocity situation going on with
There,
it.
no, it's
like-
like actually good for
It's
the
so
community
cool.
because
Yeah.
you're like, hey guys, let's talk about fetish. Let's talk about kink.
Yeah.
It's great.
Let's like completely demystify
Yes.
everything.
But then there is the jump to,
Okay.
and then I became a dominatrix, which is
Right.
okay. So did you just start on the spot?
Yeah, no, this makes sense. Okay, no, they make you be an apprentice for a while, and I was paired with men and women while I was learning, and they'd let me participate in some sex acts. We had this one client who was really into asphyxiation, and he'd wear the mask with little straws out of his nose. It was my job to put my fingers over the straws and to hold them closed while the master dom was flogging him or whatever. So they were like sous chefing.
Yes.
That's what I think
Wait,
of
what
it.
is pause? What's flogging?
Flogging is like a implement that has like tendrils of like leather or rope.
Yeah, like leather
So
string.
it's not like a
Oh,
whip that's
oh.
like a single
Okay,
tail.
yes. Yeah,
it
yeah,
has like
yeah.
multiple,
Okay,
and they
okay.
might be different widths or different like heaviness.
Intensity levels.
Actually,
Okay, I know
flogging is
flogging.
in general, I think, pretty chill. More like a massage
Yeah, it's like you could.
than
you
it
don't
is painful. It's not like
Yeah.
a cane. It's not like a whip. It's not like a sharp. It's not like a blunt, like a
Yeah.
paddle. It's like way more like a
Massage.
massage level. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want to go to the flog parlor.
Yeah.
then.
You're like,
Please.
no sex, but just like a
Do you
nice
guys
flogging.
flog? Do you flog?
Yeah. And
Okay,
then
okay.
the other thing about the training, which I'm assuming she also is doing in here, is you have to learn how to use them.
Oh.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
sure, like,
It's
there's-
a
So
whole
it's
thing.
like a whole like
Oh.
yeah, like
Okay.
A technique.
a
that makes
technique.
it
Yeah, you have
not-
to like learn, and you have to learn how to aim. You have to learn how to like adjust
Wow.
your impact
It's
level.
basically tennis camp.
Interesting.
They're just
Mhm.
like, here's your serve.
Wow.
Mhm.
And you get your
But
special
yeah, because some people might
grunt.
be like, I don't want a bruise, or I don't want the, I want like
Mhm.
this amount of, pain. So you have to like kind of like calibrate it to.
That's nice.
Yeah.
They adhere it to the receiver.
Well, that's your job. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
lovely.
It's
Wow,
like if you
I'm
go in for a
loving
massage and
it.
you're like, I want a really heavy, deep tissue.
Yeah.
They'll go in, or if you're like, I just want a light, thing, and you're
Yeah.
like, awesome.
That's nice.
Okay, so after about 6 months of apprenticing, and also probably while she was an apprentice in a lot of commercial dungeons, you start as a submissive. So when you
Oh.
get hired, they have professional submissives, professional switches, and professional doms. So a lot of the times when you start at one of these houses,
Mhm.
you start as a submissive, and you learn basically like you learn how to use the implements. You're trained,
Mhm.
and then you like work your way up to being a
Okay.
switch, and then maybe being a dom if that's what you want. Or if you're like, I'm into BDSM, but I am just a switch. That's who I am. I'm not interested in doming. Then you might just like stay a professional switch, and
Yeah.
like so clients can come in for whichever, like if they want to see a submissive, if they want to see a switch, or like whatever they want.
Okay, I love that. I love that you have to start as a sub. I mean, it makes so much sense, but to hear it, I'm like, that's so nice.
This
so it's
is
not
also
just like
like a-
someone coming in being like, I want to be a dom.
Yeah, and also like because it's a safety issue,
Mhm.
like you have to be aware of like your client, like are they breathing? Like are
Yeah.
they like if you're in like a bound position, like how are they doing? Are they shaking? Like reminding them to breathe, like reminding them to relax. Like you have to warm up parts of the body. You can't just like come in hot. So you have to like learn how to like warm up. So you'll usually do like a lot of like spanking,
Mm-hmm.
and what happens is the blood comes to that
Mhm.
area, and so it might get like a little pink or a little flushed. But actually what that's doing too is it's going to make more impact less painful, because you're sort of like prepping the skin and
Wow.
prepping that area for. So you have to like learn all these little things. But this is kind of, I think what's cool about this is like this is a sort of like practiced history of these like professional dungeons where you are trained, and you kind of like come in and you work your way up, and you like are part of this like community, and you're like part of this. That's why like headmistress, like the head dom has like this like respect, because it's like they've been there, they're
Yeah.
professional, they've been doing this for however many years, they can teach you techniques, they can teach you how to do things, like it was really this like
But there's also just like a ton of protection for both them and the client and
Yeah.
everybody
Mhm.
involved of like, you've got the training, you've got people there to help you when there is a situation that,
yeah, totally.
but yeah.
Wow.
Okay. After about 6 months, okay, so I was able to get my own clients. Yay. Make money. Okay, by the second semester of college, I was making a lot of fucking money for a 19-year-old. Also, that's so young. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't know this existed until I was like 26. Like, I didn't know this was even
Well, you
a
weren't
thing.
going on a
Yeah.
college tour.
No, my
extra
college, I
credit.
was had a BFA. I was just doing theater.
Yeah.
So.
Same.
They
Like,
were-
which in a way kind of is. It's
There's
own
a
Yeah.
lot of.
section.
It's like that,
Yeah.
but with no guardrails.
Also,
Yeah.
Chicago is a
Yeah.
great city for this. like New York, because you have a lot of finance, so you have a lot of people who will like spend money that have that like extra cash where they can just like do that. And I think it's a great option. Clients paid memberships to the club. Okay, this is interesting. And then they also paid me hourly, and I could ask for extra money if there were certain acts like I wasn't willing to do, because there's a lot of cleaning involved. Like every toy, it's like you have to desanitize. There's like the smell of alcohol is just like one in with like a dungeon or like any place like this, because you're like you're spraying everything down with alcohol, every toy, everything. If there's anything that has like a fluid, you use like an even harsher cleaning agent.
Are they using their own tools, or is it like communal? It's the sex dungeons.
You can bring in your own stuff. A lot of places have like a sort of closet, and so you can like pull from there. The supply closet. And then you like clean and return it after.
I think this place had a fair amount of their stuff, because again, it was like a membership kind of thing. So like you had a
some clients might bring in their own things. Like they're like, I want to wear these panties, or I want like you to use this specific, and they'll and that's fine. Also, a lot of the rooms probably have their own like furniture pieces, like a giant cage or a giant St. Andrew's cross, or like a giant, we have this one, the gingerbread, where it's like a thing where you like strap them, so you also are cleaning down all the big furniture pieces. And like really nice dungeons that I've visited have like incredible, large pieces of furniture that are like custom made, or like a custom, they're kind of BDSM and like nerd. There's like an overlap in the like collecting of like things. There's like it's nerding out on gear. It's a lot of gear.
And you want the good stuff.
So I love it. I'll do extra. That's an extra $2,000. And see, you can charge $2,000 in a place like Chicago, because people have the money to.
So she moved to Chicago for high school, but I don't think that she actually was a dominatrix in Chicago.
Oh, okay.
I think she had moved back to the South actually, but either way, like,
that's crazy.
She got the Chicago training.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Well,
okay. So did you have regulars?
Yeah. And eventually I had clients come to my apartment. I had one man who would come, and he liked to pretend to be furniture. So on Tuesdays when my roommate was at work, that guy would come over and be my coffee table, and I'd just sit with my feet propped up and watch TV, or I'd put my dinner plate on his back. For a second I thought it said I'd put a diaper on it. For a second I was like, oh shit. And then I did like age play. Put a diaper plate on his back. I mean a dinner plate on his back, and eat my dinner or whatever. One time he was an ashtray. I chain smoked cigarettes and ash into his mouth.
That actually bothers me so much more that I don't want ash in my mouth. Like, good for him.
Yeah, I wonder if he could like spit it out if he had some water, or if it was just swallowing.
He'd probably swallow it.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's part of the, erotic appeal of it.
You know what makes me more nervous though is the hot plate on the back, because what if it was really, really hot?
Well, I think
like at the restaurant where they're like, don't even touch it. It was in the
what if it's
like really hot?
It was just like her, it's like sizzling. Well,
they put the skillet, the little like, they're like, here's your little, like
little
pancake or whatever, and they're like, hey, careful, that one's hot. No, she wasn't doing.
I think that like the one thing that's so incredible that I really appreciate about like the BDSM community, the kink community, is just like the direct like talk about like, I have this thing about being honest. Like it's a culture, it's a community that is like so about just like being very open and direct about like, what are your limits? What are your hard yeses, your hard no's? Like, what are your boundaries?
Yeah.
And the woman who really trained me, and who I was like my mentor, she has this quote that's like, strict boundaries, limitless play, And so I think if you understand, like, this is the sandbox that we can play in, like ashing in the mouth is a yes, feet on the back is a yes. But then there might be a random thing where it's like, yeah, but I don't like when you call me a slut. And you're like, okay, great. Like, know you can play limitlessly, because you know very clearly sort of the boundaries that you're allowed to play in. And I think that I think that like, especially as we're in this time in our culture around like consent and this sense of like, oh, well, asking for consent isn't sexy. It's like, actually, you can make any of these conversations sexy. It's actually more fun to know you have like exactly what you can and can't do, rather than feeling like, is this okay? Is this okay? Like having to check in.
But I also feel like having a conversation about consent or boundaries doesn't have to be sexy. Like it does, like it can just be a straightforward conversation, and then you have a sexy conversation. I don't know. Like I feel like there's almost too much emphasis sometimes on like, oh, this can be so hot. I'm like, it doesn't it's also fine if it's matter of fact. Like,
I also think in this context, when it's like a client, when it's like a transaction, it is like the massage or like getting your nails done. It is like the person being
it's what
very
you
clear,
want.
like, this is what I want. And then you're like, okay, I'm going to fulfill this for you. And I'm going to like fulfill the fantasy and I'm going to like act the part, you know. I'm like a very big role play person and I like love it because I'm like, what's the dynamic? Okay, I'm the like asshole mean girl bully. And what they don't know is that I'm just going to monologue for 15 minutes because I'm an actor.
Right.
So I'm just in my own little
you're
improv.
just doing
They don't realize they're receiving like an
They're getting-
Oscar-winning performance, one woman
Afterwards,
theater
they're crying.
improv piece.
Yeah.
Like I'm just like no. I'm in character. Right now.
That's
They
amazing.
like try to join in. You're like, no.
Hey, not yet.
I'm not done.
No, I'm like, did I ask you to speak? No.
Whoa. Fun. I gotta
The
get
problem
into
for me is like then I go out into the real world and I'm like, I'm not really that person and I have to remember to be more respectful.
Yeah.
When it's not consensual bullying.
Right.
You know?
Ooh,
It's
that's
consensual
fun.
bullying, it's fine. But
I need to go be a little actor, a BDS. I mean,
No,
I know
you
yours
are
are
an
trading-
actor. You're
no, but
already
like,
an
but
actor. You could
well,
just
yeah,
do that.
but in this sense.
and the thing is
it's so
like
fun.
some of my dialogue is some of the best writing I've ever done and no one will ever know
right.
except me.
Afterwards,
and
you're just like
whoever.
taking notes. You're like, sorry, 1 second.
You should just have
Write
them
down your notes
transcribe
app.
it.
That's a good idea.
yeah.
I've had people like write essays for me and then I'll like
What?
and I'll be like, yeah, I'll give
You
them like
grade it?
homework. I'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna read your essay now and like we're gonna go through it.
Wow, you're
But then
living
I'm
my
like,
dream.
you're a grad student. This is so good.
You're like, actually, whoa, I love this book that you
I
made.
just be like, you need to expound on that. Yeah, I don't know. It's like I'm actually like they're more educated than me. So
You're like, no, I didn't talk about that.
All right. Sorry, guys. We have to get back to Kyra.
okay, yeah, we had
Please.
Kyra. I had another man who liked to clean my house naked. See, this is a great hack. Girls, ladies,
Yes.
take notes.
That is, yeah.
Free house cleaner. You just have to have a naked man or he's in like a maid's outfit.
No worries.
Just an idea.
No
Sometimes
worries.
they'd make him clean things with his mouth. Okay, that's less sanitary. But a lot of times I'd have dirty dishes. I'd make sure they weren't like really gross, but he'd have to lick them clean, lick the dish clean, or something like that. One time he pissed me off and I made him lick the toilet.
So were you turned on by this?
Oh my God.
Sometimes I'd experience a bit of euphoria when I was doing it. Like these older, powerful men had to listen to what I said. That was a high in and of itself. And sometimes when they were very, very good, I'd let them have sex with me. And honestly, they were great. They were always so eager to please because they knew that if I said, I want to have 4 orgasms in the next 30 minutes, they had to achieve that or they'd be punished. So they did whatever it took. That's incredible.
Wow, I love. That's fun. No, I'm loving what she's doing. That's incredible.
I think there's something so powerful about for women especially to like have these moments of feeling so in power, so in control, so much agency and so perfect, like so right. Like they can't like in this moment Kyra, or if I'm Kyra, I'll speak for her as her. She like, you know, anything she demands or says is the right thing to do in that moment.
Yeah.
You
for
can't
this
mess
moment.
up.
Yeah, and I think that like that experience is so rare for people to just feel like so completely in control and like correct in a way. Confident.
Yeah.
And that like
confident power.
we could just sit here and you face the corner and that's what you're doing today. You know, like that
Yeah.
I think it's actually like healing.
Especially with these like powerful men, like she said,
for
that like
sure.
you're- in every other situation, you're a 19-year-old that they probably don't have a respect.
She's 19.
Yeah.
You don't have like a boundary with
Wow.
older men usually that
Yes.
is agreed upon by them. So it's
Yeah.
like kind of nice to be like,
Yeah, no.
I think it's like
Take the
I would
reins.
almost recommend like every girl just like having this experience just to know the feeling of it.
totally.
Even if they're like, I'm going
Yeah.
to move on and do other things, just it's almost like a meditation retreat. Like you should just go try it. Just
I
to
feel
know.
like I'm in one just hearing this. I'm getting like a secondhand high from this,
Yeah.
from her situation.
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay, so Kyra, did you have other relationships with people at this time?
I was hooking up with people, but I didn't date anyone seriously during college. I did also have a few sugar daddy situations at the time. One was a guy I met at the dungeon who liked me but wasn't into being submissive, so he asked if he could be my sugar daddy, and I was like, hell yeah. He was the CEO of a hotel chain. Cha-ching.
We love it.
And a few years later, my friends and I and my boyfriend at the time got tickets to the Ultra Music Festival in Miami, but hotels were so expensive. I hadn't seen the sugar daddy in a long time, but I reached out. He gave us the penthouse of a really nice Miami hotel. My boyfriend was like, I want to know, but I don't want to ask. And I was like, you don't want to know.
Oh, so he knew.
I mean, he knew.
So
you
he,
don't
like,
just
knew the vibes.
Your girlfriend, who I think he knew that she had been a dominatrix. Like, you don't just like
I just don't
say
know
like,
the
oh, my
specifics.
girlfriend who like has done sex work just called someone up and got us a penthouse. You know what happened?
Right,
Yeah.
Like, come on, you know what happened.
Yeah.
I think that like
That's so fun.
I think that like in this culture in America, in capitalism, I'm here for the hacks. I'm here for like
Oh, for
the
sure.
workarounds.
Love a hack.
I'm here for like the Robin Hood of it all, the like
Mhm.
taking from the rich, giving to the poor.
Mm-hmm.
Always think of this as like a great hack
Oh,
Yeah.
for capitalism.
I think it's
Yeah.
great. I've seen so many people on TikTok and Instagram and whatever doing some version of like, I make my ex pay every time he wants to text me something, and I'm like, that's amazing.
That's great.
Yeah, like
That is
if my ex
great.
reaches out and is like, hey, how are you? They're like, hey,
You're like, here's my Cash App.
yeah, cash at me.
Venmo
They do the
request.
like one where it's like the Apple request in the text message. Why do I not know what that's called? Is it just Apple?
It's Apple Pay.
Yeah,
Oh,
Apple
wait,
Pay?
no,
It's like
it's Apple
Apple
something.
Cash
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something.
yeah.
Whatever. The
Yeah.
branding's bad. Sorry, Apple.
Yeah. But very easy to use. Sometimes when people send me Apple Cash, I'm like, oh no. But then I'm like, wait, this was really simple.
Who's sending you Apple Cash?
Yeah, who's your ex? No, I'm
Yeah, is that
Not an ex, unfortunately. It's usually just like a random person who's like, do you have Apple Cash? And I'm like,
Oh yeah, like if you split a
Okay,
meal
okay.
and they're like, oh yeah,
That's
something
okay, I
like
see.
that.
Yeah. No,
So
but I
then-
will start
yeah.
doing that.
No, I think it's so funny to be like, hey, if you want to talk,
Yeah.
hey.
will.
I think there's a lot of ethics around finding like a pay peg, as they'd say, or like
Totally.
you know, draining someone's wallet.
I did this for a little bit in college, I guess it was. And eventually the person that I frequently took money from, it made me sad because like the eroticism for him was all around him like losing all his money. And eventually I was like, this is actually too stressful for me. Like, I do think there is a person who finds this thrilling on like my part of it.
Yeah.
It was fine, but like,
No,
I don't
yeah.
want to be sad about your financial situation now. I'm already sad about mine. Like, don't,
Yeah.
you know, like I didn't want to take on more.
Yeah.
All right, you ready
Okay,
to tell us
Kyra.
about Kyra's one who got away?
Yes.
All right, who is the one who got away?
That's how she is about it.
Yeah, that was good.
There is a famous TV actor from the 70s who was in a big sitcom, and my one who got away was his son. I thought it was going to be.
Wow. I know. I was like, damn.
I was like, wow,
okay.
where is this going? Ben, is that really his name?
That is not. It's
Okay,
a fake name.
Okay.
He is the biggest dick I've ever seen in my entire life. And I've seen a lot of dicks. He's like this skinny white dude with a third leg. It was outrageous. And he was also rough enough that the sex was really lovely.
Perfect sentence.
I love that. I know. I was like,
Really lovely.
But he comes from a very fucked up family. I met his dad, and afterward, Ben was like, my dad loved you and wanted to fuck you, and I will not let him near you. It turns out he and his dad, his very famous dad, had sex with the same girl at the same time.
What? No, come on.
That's
Yes.
like
Come
giving
on
mamas
now.
and papas.
Yeah, what?
There's
Right? A little bit of.
problems. There's problems. Like
Whoa.
having sex with your very famous dad. Having sex with
I
your
don't know
dad
if
ever.
the famous.
I think it's weird because you know that that's part of what the reason that you got in that
Why
situation.
do these fucking men not have
That
clear
is so
boundaries with their
wild.
kids around? Like,
It's
what
insane.
the fuck is that about?
But I feel like that is part of like the fame
Because the
factor.
kid is actually Ben.
yes.
Yeah, yeah.
He's probably traumatized. Like he's
I'm sure he is.
dealing
Yes.
with it.
Yes.
I wonder how they led up to that moment. Like, how did they discuss it before it just like led into it?
The
Both of
dad's
them,
like
the dad and the
normalized it,
son.
maybe.
But also,
Yeah.
this poor woman, I mean, maybe like she had a great relationship with what was happening. Maybe she was totally on board, but what?
I just like don't know the positive story of like, yeah, me and my dad had a threesome. Like, I just think this is
No,
a therapist
no.
conversation.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No. Now you're part of
No.
somebody's therapy session for life as the woman. You're like,
I mean, maybe she didn't know.
but I also think
I
it's
would
weird that he
retreat.
was now so protective of his next girlfriend, and because like probably
Oh.
also because you're like, well,
and we know Kyra's a sex god.
Oh god.
oh,
yeah.
she's great at it.
Yeah.
She told me multiple stories that I took out things because she just kept telling me about how all these guys that she has recently been having sex with, one of them started pacing around the room being like, oh my God, that was so good. I'm freaking out. And she was like, are you okay?
Started pacing around the
Because
room?
he was just like,
had
I'm
a
never going to have
magical-
sex this good again, basically. And
Oh,
another guy,
no.
she said, like leaned
God.
against the wall after a blowjob and then like slumped against the wall, but then like went to the floor and was like, can you die from good sex? And she was like telling me all these stories. And I was like, Kyra, we get girl, we get it. We know. Girl, no worries.
Well, she practiced on Ambien in high school.
She really,
so she knows her
the
shit.
Key. Yeah.
She really took it seriously, her craft.
She hallucinated to another, like something opened for her.
Yes.
Like a door opened and she went through it, you know?
Wow.
Yeah. I think she's also like raising the bar. It's like, boys,
She's so
you gotta
Yeah.
get good on your,
Meet me
you gotta get
here.
better at your game.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is like a lifelong thing for her, but she's so confident in the way that makes you like understand what people are talking about when they're like confidence is hot. Like you're like, oh, I get it. Like it always seems a little cliche to me when people are like, oh, confidence is so sexy, because I'm like, but
Being
hot
funny helps.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but also like being hot's hot. Like, okay, I get it. But she's so confident and like so herself that I was like, oh, okay, I get what's happening.
Yeah.
And she said that a lot of men are scared of her, and she's like, that brings a good element to some things.
Yeah,
you know?
I think that's good. No one's gonna fuck with her.
No. Oh no.
Yeah.
No. Kyra,
She's awesome.
She's
Kyra,
great.
Yeah.
You Aries queen.
Oh, there's so much coming
I love
up.
how like our maybe.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly Aries
Aries
queen.
with a Y. With a Y.
Okay.
Okay.
I forgot about the Y
with the Y,
thing.
with the Y.
There's so much more coming to you guys. All right. For her fuck it list, what do you still want to do that you haven't done?
I'm still looking to have a threesome with 2 men. I've had so many threesomes with women, but I've never had one with 2 guys. In college, I was sleeping with 2 roommates who were both named Luke. There was Big Luke and Little Luke, and I was sleeping with both of them. And one night, I'd be in one room, and the next I'd be in the other room. I love that the Lukes were just like
Also, sorry to Little
Luke,
Luke.
like, Little Luke, Big Luke. I like that they're like.
I wonder if they knew.
What's it called when parents like custody? They're like,
Oh yeah, they're
custody
sharing
sharing.
custody with her. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, she can go in your room tonight.
It's Little Luke's night.
Oh, it's your night with
It's your weekend with Kyra.
One time, Little Luke had another girl that was coming over, and I was like, there, and I was still there. So he scooped me up out of his bed in my sleep, and dumped me in Big Luke's room. And that's actually how it started with Big Luke. I tried so hard to get them to have a threesome. I was like, this will be fun. This will be funny, please. But they wouldn't do it. Losers.
Damn.
Sound like losers.
They
No, I'm
should've.
kidding.
They do sound like losers
They sound
because
like
also
losers.
how funny is it to be like, oh, we have the same name and we're fucking the same person. Come on. It's such a short jump to let's do a threesome.
I need to know if Little Luke knew that he was Little Luke.
He
like,
knew.
and he knew
He
that he
knew.
was called that.
He knew. He did
I
know.
wonder how he felt about that.
He was like, that's my SoundCloud name.
Oh, he liked it. He named himself.
Yeah, he is. Like
Yeah.
that's his name
No,
forever.
call me Little Luke.
Like
Yeah.
his MySpace handle is like Little Luke, you
Yeah,
know?
Lil.
Yeah. Oh, that's so
Uh-huh.
cute.
Lil Luke.
Yeah.
I hope that the Lukes are still friends. Like I hope that they're still in
What
contact.
if they're like
too.
down?
What if
maybe
they-
this is
I
your
bet-
moment?
yes.
The Lukes get back together.
Maybe she introduced the
Ooh.
idea to them and they were like no with her, but then later they slowly opened
they're like,
up to
we're
it.
already fucking.
Yeah.
And like that's our
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
they
yeah.
were. Maybe like when
Oh.
she's not there, they're like actually
We can't get on this.
they have like the most romantic conversation about like should we bring her in, and they're like no, I think it's better. You know?
Yeah.
If we stay separate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's
No,
so
I
fun.
want you to have your time with her.
Yeah.
Without,
Yeah.
without worrying
Them
about
having
me.
like really mature conversations as Big Luke and Little Luke. God.
And they call each other that too.
Yeah.
That
Hey,
is
hey,
sweet.
BL.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bill,
LL.
come sit down next to me. Come here.
Come here, get in my lap. Get in my lap. LL.
Come on, Willow.
What is it, babe?
I do think it's wild she's never had a threesome with 2 men, because she was like, I've had so many threesomes. Like I couldn't even tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be real. I've never wanted a second dick around.
Oh,
I'm like,
no.
that's too many for
That's
me
too
to
many
deal with.
bulldozers in the construction crew.
Yeah.
Like
It is
we're
a
good.
lot.
Yeah, too many shovels.
We're good. We don't need that.
I think, like, in theory, the idea of 2 men, but I never think about, like, the idea of 2 dicks in a room. I guess I kind of just leave that part. It's like Barbie dolls to me. I'm
Yeah,
like,
you're
yeah,
like-
2 men with me would be fun, but then the dicks I don't want.
Yeah.
Too much.
It feels
coming
like
at
too
me.
much work
Way too
to
much
service
work.
like too many people to ego.
Oh my
It's
God,
like when they close a
literally.
bridge and you all the traffic gets redirected and you're like, I'm the bridge now. I'm taking on two roles here.
Ugh,
I don't
I'd
need
become
this.
such a brat. I know it. I'd be like, I don't want to. I
I'm
don't
just
want
too
to.
lazy.
I'm,
I'd be like-
I'm too late. I'm actually really, really tired.
I couldn't agree with this more.
Can we cuddle?
Yeah, can we just lay down?
Or like you two do something and then when you need
you pick him up, put him on your lap.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
you should have fun. Like little Luke.
You have a mouth,
Yeah.
little Luke. You open it.
That is the thing. Is it's
Yes.
like always on you to be the host.
Yeah,
You
that's
start
what I'm saying. It would
directing.
have to be like a like everyone's on board for everyone.
Right. You have
Yeah,
to
yeah,
do
yeah.
like
Yeah.
like you're like I'm one whole maximum.
We're all in this together equally.
I'd be like laying down, double chin, feet out. I'd be like, no, keep going. Turning on the TV. Like,
I'm
now
like,
you guys
what
are
I'm
fed.
gonna do actually is DJ, and you have fun.
so you're gonna like cock chair for them.
yeah, I would happily cook chair.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that is actually good. That's great. That's great. No.
That's what I'm
Like
playing my
also, like
Switch.
we're gonna de-shame the cuck chair.
No, it's a
Like
I
we're
love the cuck
reclaiming
chair.
the cuck chair
somebody
for a
recently
tired
cuck chair.
girl.
Yes. God.
Actually, I don't want a chair
Cuck
though.
chair's
Like
for
actually, I
me.
want like cuck bed and you two.
And
do
like I'll
whatever.
just film. You guys look great, by the
film.
way.
I'm like filming with one of their cameras, but then also scrolling on my phone.
Yeah.
So I'm like not involved at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I want.
All right, best I ever had. And you know this one's gonna be wild. Okay, what's
Okay.
your? I asked for her best sex story, and she said, "Well, I have a crazy one." And so I said, "Okay, what's your
Let's see
craziest
if
sex
it's
story?"
crazier than what we just fantasized.
It's pretty fun.
Okay. Okay. My friend and I were at a bar getting drinks before an event she had to go to, and this very short man comes in and starts talking to us. We were pretty quickly realized that he is a major TV star in a very big show. Do you think it's
I know who it is, and I'll tell you after the show.
is it that little boy? Is it that little
Are
boy
you
from
thinking-
Tommy Boy?
Do you mean David
Tommy
Spade?
Boy?
David Spade.
I was like, what?
Oh my god, this is so funny.
I called him a little boy.
The little boy? The small child in Tommy Boy.
That's actually who I keep envisioning
I
for
was
Little
literally
Luke.
like, you mean
I'm
the kids
casting
like,
Dave Spade.
wow. I was thinking like the kids who were yelling at him when he was on the boat. I was like, little kid.
He apparently
So I
has
was
a
like, that is
huge dick. So
David Spade?
Yeah, let's
apparently.
get David Spade's Little Luke
He
out
used
here.
to be my boss, which is a weird sentence
Whoa.
after what I just said.
Whoa.
But I used to work for a
David.
show, and it was widely known apparently that he has a big dick. So maybe it was
Listen,
him.
if I was
Wow.
him, I would start that rumor.
It's a great rumor to start.
You
You're
guys
like,
were just
"Hey, does anybody
casually
think
like
that-
at the water cooler. Like, by the way, you're
guys
new
hear
here,
it?
Can
right?
I tell
Did
you
you
how
hear?
inappropriate TV shows
Like-
are? Somebody else at work was like, you know the rumor about him, right? And I was assuming it was going to be like, I don't know, any
He gives
celebrity
you a
rumor.
back rub. I
Yeah.
don't know.
And they were like, huge cock. And I was like, I'm sorry, I'm at my computer.
Yeah,
right
you're
now.
like, I have a deadline.
I'm just making a call sheet. Like,
like quite literally. Like I was like, oh.
does that need
And
to?
then
is
they
that,
just turn,
Is that
don't say anything
relevant?
else.
Yeah.
Like it was basically like that. I was like, all right. Okay.
That is so
okay, so
funny.
this is not him.
It's not him. It's not him.
The three of us start talking, and he starts buying us bottles of wine, and he seems to be into me. But my friend is clearly getting annoyed about that. At one point, it was time for her to go to her event, so she told major TV star that we had to leave because we had to go to a thing. And I was like, wait, no, I don't have to leave. I don't have to go to a thing. That's how I'm imagining Kyra was in the moment.
She was actually so much even more direct. She was like, wait, no, I don't
Oh.
have a thing to go to.
Okay, wait.
She was so
She was like, wait, no, I don't have to leave. I don't have a thing to go to.
She was over
She
it.
clearly felt like if she couldn't have him, I shouldn't have him. It was very weird. Honestly, we stopped being friends because of the situation. So
Yeah.
then what's the sort
Oh,
of
there's
sex
gonna
story?
be a
Okay.
situation. Don't you worry. Okay, so you
oh, yeah.
stayed. and
Okay,
at
Of course
the-
I did.
Good.
I was about to move out of LA in the next few months and I wanted to go out with a bang, and he invited me to his Malibu beach house, which of course I said yes to because
Yeah.
who would you turn that down?
No.
So we go there and the house is amazing and we're drinking more wine and we start smoking pot. And eventually we end up making a pillow fort in his living room. Okay. And
Fun.
so
Okay.
At one point, I'm like imagining the montage movie of this scene.
Yeah,
keep going because it
Yes.
keeps
Okay. And
yes.
at one point he gets out a guitar.
Oh my god.
Okay, this is my red flag. And I'm from Nashville. Which is so cheesy. Does he play water? Okay, but he's actually very good at it and a good singer too, question mark. And we start kissing and he's a great kisser
Okay.
and incredible with his hands.
I couldn't agree with you more about the cheesy montage factor of this. When she was telling me, I was
Yeah.
like, this is what he like saw in a Hallmark movie once and was like, okay, that's the move.
This
All
is
right.
what he does with, he's like, wine, weed, pillow fort, guitar, good with my hands, kiss.
yeah.
Like that's his.
The
It would
pillow
get me.
fort is so performative,
like,
but
you
it
do
would
this
get
with
me.
every girl.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
He's like, yes. And you're gonna want to lay on that pillow, actually. Actually, and don't use that
He's
one.
like,
He's like,
wait.
no.
He has,
That
like,
one
the-
is for the roof. He's like, no.
I just saw
These
for
close
my
together.
nephew this like little thing that you can like put together. My nephew's like 4, so and then you can like make a fort easier with it. And in my mind, I'm like, he bought that and he's ready to go. He's like putting the pieces
But
together.
also he's really short, so he's kid sized.
he has good size. That's so
so
true.
he's like
Oh, she said that. He's short.
yeah, he's
short.
a short guy.
he's a
okay,
short
okay.
king. So
Oh,
That was the reason that David Spade
Okay,
came up.
okay.
You know?
Yeah, David Spade. The little boy.
okay, the first The first time I figured out I could squirt.
This is going to connect. It's going to connect. It's going to connect.
Okay, the first time I figured out I could squirt with was actually John Mayer's manager. And I did it once, and then it didn't happen again for years. The second time it happened was in a pillow fort in major TV star's Malibu beach house. He's so good at sex. It's shocking. His dick isn't that big or anything, but he makes up for it with literally everything else, like the pillows, the weed, the wine.
But
the
now
guitar.
you're squirting on the
pillows.
He has to clean them.
Yeah, he's
before
Maybe
he
they have
brings them the
plastic
next.
covers on them. Maybe it was like
It's
one
like
of
an
those rich
Italian
people things.
grandma
Yeah.
house.
Yeah.
There's
Maybe it just slid right off.
He just puts like a tarp down.
He's like, so you're probably going to want this for the fort.
They're not on the beach.
No, they're in the house.
I know.
Like the beach is right there, and he's
Let's just go to the
inside.
beach. Yeah.
Like
You
a
don't wanna
sunset. Like,
I don't think you want to squirt at the
public.
beach.
I mean, why? It just goes
Why?
into the ocean.
Yeah, just like
No, it's not what goes. It's what the sand.
no, for sure. That's the tarp is for.
Well, it's what
This
the tarp's
text
for, but
purpose.
you're gonna squirt some of it out. Like if
You're
sand
like,
gets in before,
clear.
then
Say,
we can clear it out a
flushing
little bit.
system.
Like, there she blows.
Yeah.
Whew, okay, next
All right.
question.
So, did you stay overnight?
Oh yeah, he still has my underwear. I was like, "Can I have those back?" And he was like, "No, they're mine." He still follows me on Instagram. I still have his phone number. He texted me the day after, being like, "Thinking of you." Okay.
I mean,
I love how she just is like moves on.
Yeah,
Like,
she
she
was-
doesn't-
okay, that
she's
was
not
fun.
like, why don't I see him again? That was so nice.
nope.
She's just like done.
Yep.
We've never talked again. When I was at his house, I noticed a photo of him with two women, and he made a comment about how they were his lesbian friends. But then a couple months later, it was announced that he and his girlfriend had had a baby, and she was one of the women in the photo.
Brother.
Yep.
Come on.
Honestly, I don't have good enough facial recognition to go from a photo to then later realize it was the person in the photo, but I'm glad that she did. I'm glad that she clocked that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
a bummer though, because there could have been this connection for
He still
them.
follows her on Instagram years later.
Yeah, but he's a trash. He's kind of a trash.
Oh, he's-
Yeah,
person.
that's trash.
It's
That is trash.
not great.
Yeah,
He's
and
clearly
I'm
having-
sure the girlfriend is like, I don't want to do the fort again.
Yes.
I'm pregnant.
She comes back and the pillows
Can you
are
rub
messed
my
up.
feet?
Yeah,
He's like, babe, let's do the fort.
He's using like the pregnancy
He's like,
pillow
can I play
now.
a song? She's like, no,
Like,
put the guitar away.
Stop. Put the
You know, I
pillows
hate the
away.
guitar.
Do you like a guitar?
God.
I hate it.
No,
That's
I think
awful.
we've
No.
I think we don't do that.
No, I think we all
Don't
agreed
do
not to.
that.
I can't believe he's still doing it.
Wonderwall, like we don't do that anymore.
It's
we
such a
don't,
joke that it's like
If I was drunk enough, I feel like then we could get down. If there were enough drinks, I'm like, yeah, play the guitar, fuck it.
We're not in like a campfire. Like we're
No.
in the 21st century. I
No.
learned.
Yeah,
the
we-
21. It's the
We
21st
just
century.
learned this.
Yeah.
What if somebody
No.
brought out like a little like flute?
I would love
Okay.
it. How about mandolin?
A Pied Piper moment.
Yeah,
ooh,
like a little pan flute.
Yeah, yeah.
What if they bring out what's like the
I love it.
harpsichord or that's like the one on your lap?
What's the
Oh,
one?
it's like
with
yeah?
the-
Isn't that the
that's
pan
I
flute?
love
Like,
a pan flute.
like,
oh yeah.
That's what's because of the
I
Lord
love
of
a
the
pan flute.
Rings, right?
just a cowbell, but they do the
Also-
full 3.5 minutes of a song.
I love an organ.
Oh,
If someone
love an
whipped out an
organ.
organ,
okay. If someone did whip out an
Whip out an
organ, I think that
organ.
actually would work for me.
Yeah.
And
oh my God.
I wouldn't interrupt.
I think this is
No.
the thing with the guitar. The guitar feels so tropic.
Oh, it
Yeah.
does.
Whereas, like,
Get
for them
creative.
to, same with the ukulele, it can't be either.
No, no,
Oh
no.
But
no.
I think if
God.
it was a banjo,
okay, that would
Oh,
be fun.
that'd be
a
fun.
mandolin,
Exactly.
I
That'd be
feel like
fun.
the weirder the instrument, the
A
more
dulcimer?
into it I'd be. Oh my
Yeah.
god, an
Oh.
accordion.
Oh.
That's actually what would really do
that
it
you're
for
into
me.
the
I would
accordion.
love
Yes,
it. I'd be
that's
so
another
jazzed.
hard no for me.
yeah.
It's horrible. It's like
Yeah.
horrible, but it's so funny. Like I would be like, this is hilarious. What
That'd
are we
be
doing?
great. Yeah.
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 I would be into it.
I hope there's
I
an
think.
uptick in men just like learning a random instrument.
All of a sudden,
because of this.
accordion
Yeah.
sales go through the roof after this show, and by that I mean there's 4.
I
you know?
also feel like it can't be like a brass instrument. Like I feel like if it was
No.
a trumpet
Like-
or a trombone, I would just
trombone
feel like,
would be
whoa.
wild.
trumpet player. Okay, so let's find out what's Kyra up to now.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your status update? What's your current situation?
I recently broke up with my ex of 2 years. We broke up a month after a 2-year anniversary, which he failed to do anything for. Right before that, a woman who was basically my grandmother passed away, and her funeral was a few days before our anniversary. The day before our anniversary, an ex-boyfriend of mine died. And then on the actual day of our anniversary, my 16-year-old cat, oh no, had to be put down.
So 3 days in a row of like
Death.
and
Yeah.
sadness,
Yeah.
and he didn't do anything, as you'll remember.
And then the death
Ew.
of the relationship.
Yep.
Yeah.
I had to come back in town from the funeral, and I asked him to plan something for our anniversary. He said, no, just tell me what you want to do. And I was like, no, I want you to plan something. I just found out about 3 deaths. And he wouldn't.
Ew.
I said, fine. there's an oyster happy hour with $2 oysters and $2 beers, and we could go at 4 p.m. because I didn't want to do dinner and I didn't want to be around people. And he said, okay. Monday, the day before our anniversary, I didn't hear from him. Tuesday, the day of, I don't hear from him. It's 2:30 p.m. and I leave work early. I shower, I get ready. I'm waiting for him 3 p.m. Haven't heard from him. Boyfriend of 2 years?
That's 2 years. 2 years.
Crazy.
She was telling me this story, and
he's like,
So he
she
must have been
should. He's
done.
like trying to make her dump him.
Yes.
So he doesn't have to.
Yes.
stopped this
That's
story so many
sick.
times to threaten this man that I don't know. Like, I had to cut a lot out of me threatening a stranger.
Okay, 4 p.m. when we were supposed to be on the date, I
Oh my
still
God.
haven't heard from him. At that point, I'm done. He hadn't even texted that day to say anything, but we haven't seen each other's locations, so I know he's fine.
They
we
share
have
like
each other's locations. Okay, so I know he's fine.
So she's like, because at first I was like, wait, is he okay that you haven't heard from all day? He hasn't said happy anniversary. He hasn't said I'm picking you up. He's supposed to pick her up. Nothing.
Ew.
But she knows he's like driving to work, so she knows he's fine.
That is nasty behavior.
I waited until 5:30 p.m. and then I put my PJs on and we went back and I went back to just hanging out at my house, and he showed up at my house at 7 p.m. No announcement, no text, nothing, and said, "Why are you sitting here in the dark?" That's such a boy
I
question.
would have
oh my God.
lost my mind.
Meanwhile, they were supposed to be on the date hours ago.
The date was
3
supposed to be
hours
done.
ago.
Doesn't she
Yeah,
know that she looted the sex loft?
Like,
She can go and light
Yeah.
his bed on fire. She's gonna call Big Luke. She's gonna be like,
Get
"Bring
Lu-
little Luke."
yeah.
Yeah.
Big Luke?
Yeah.
Go ahead and
We're
get in contact with Little
nailing
Luke.
condoms to the roof.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Let's
and it'll
go.
be beautiful.
It will be.
Even more so than last.
Also, I was like, does he like live far away from you? She was like, no, he lives 10 minutes away.
Oh, so this guy just sucks.
Sucks. So my question for her was, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That. Then he said, "Don't you just want to go to dinner?" And I was like, "What happened to happy hour?" And he said, "Oh, I wasn't going to leave work early. Why didn't you tell me that when we were making plans?"
Like, also, she
Dude.
specifically was like, I would like to not do dinner so I don't have to be around a bunch of people.
But then he could have been like, "Oh man, I can't leave work early.
Yeah.
That would have been the time to say that.
I'll just make a
anything."
reservation." I don't know.
Like, or we can do something at home or anything
And
other
look,
than.
I'm in a very long-term relationship, and I'll be the first to tell you, I am really not good at planning a date.
Okay.
My boyfriend is he's like more romantic. He's into flowers. He's into like the
he's-
dates, getting dressed up. And we don't have this conflict, but we do have a similar conflict where it's like, I don't dress up. I don't look, the part of the romantic date. And he's like, but that's what I really love. And I appreciate that. And but it is the thing where it is the kind of thing where it's like, okay, if we want to do a date, like pick a reservation, like make the reservation and
Totally.
like I'll go,
Yeah.
but this is like, this is just a communication error.
Yeah.
This is
This
what.
is insane.
That's also what I said. I was like, it's not even a big deal to not be able to do the thing or whatever. But
Like, just be like, hey,
yeah,
I can't
just
get off
say
for the
it.
thing. I'm so sorry.
yes.
Why would you not say anything? Especially of 2 years.
And then
Of
to be
2
like, also
years.
the like, why are you sitting at the door?
Oh my God.
But also walking in and not saying like, hey, I'm sorry I'm 3 hours late. I didn't take off work. Like, there was no addressing of his actions
Yeah.
at all.
I would go off like a bomb if you walked in and said that. Fuck, gun would
I'd be
raise.
like-
I'd freak out.
I mean,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
so there is more. Don't you
Okay.
worry. And I want to say that Kyra was very clear that she was like, we'd had a ton of communication issues in the past. And this was also, again, after all these deaths. So I think in her mind at this point, she was kind of like, I'm going to put this to the side for a second because I can't even think about how fucked up this is. But she was like very much like, I know who he is. I know that this had been an issue. Like, we were working on this, but it just keeps getting, it gets worse.
Oh my God.
I love that this is a meat. Like her life story is so juicy, but actually this breakup is like the meat.
Insane. Wait, do we know this guy's? Did you name this guy? He seems like
He doesn't
a
have it.
Cody.
A Cody?
Or,
Well, that can be his name. He doesn't have a name.
You know what
That's
I mean?
great. That's perfect. Cody.
Honestly, it could be a Tyler and there's a Y, and this is
Wait,
what
you're
put her off
right.
the Y.
Yes,
I do have a little bit of insider information, which is she did break her Y rule for him. So he does, that might be, like, it might be.
always straight.
He sounds like a Tyler, but maybe
Yes.
Oh my God.
Ew.
Did you break up then?
No, it was like a month later when he didn't do anything for my birthday. Part of it, he couldn't help. His sister went into labor 6 weeks early, but she lived 2.5 hours away, and he missed my birthday because he was going to drive to see her the next morning.
Okay, so let's hang out 1 second here. He gets a call on a Thursday. Her birthday party's on a Friday. He gets the call. My sister is going to labor 6 weeks early, and he's like, hey, I'm going to have to go drive tomorrow to go see my sister, or I guess drive Saturday. And she's like, could we wait a day or whatever? But he's not even going that night. Like he's going to be in town minutes away from where her birthday is. And he just wants to get enough sleep so he can drive in the morning to go see his sister. And I was like, is he delivering? Like, what is he helping with?
He's the doctor.
Yeah, like what?
Yeah.
He's delivering the baby.
She was like, will you be back for the party if you're
I
gone for
just
my
feel
birthday?
like-
Like it was like,
I just feel like when you're dealing with someone like this, it's just like not even worth the mental energy to try and
No.
understand.
No.
You just are like,
Yeah.
Yes.
Bye.
you
Bye.
know, just
So-
cut the just
yes.
keep it move. But we're gonna get
We're gonna get
all
to
the
more.
we're gonna get the juice here. Okay, so when he left, I asked if he was at least gonna be back for my birthday party, which was happening the next day, and he said probably not. Now this wouldn't have been as big of a deal, except that every year I fly out to see my best friend for my birthday, and this year I stayed in town because of him. So I could spend it with him. Oh God, honestly, missing the birthday wasn't as much the problem of his lack of communication in general.
Yeah.
Also, he never wanted to have sex with me.
Oh.
I've had this relationship. I was always trying to initiate. One time he basically threw me off him and said, "Oh, gross."
That would have been when I walked.
Okay.
Oh, maybe even
This
before
is
that, but-
actually
Who is this man?
so before I wrote Fucktoys, I was in a relationship and my partner also didn't want to have sex with me.
I feel like women that like having
And-
sex end up in relationships with men who
It's a mind fuck, and I was really sick. I like developed this virus that wouldn't go away. And I was trying all these things like blood work and acupuncture and taking herbs and like laying on a crystal mat. Like I was doing anything I could to try and get rid of this like low grade virus. And then I talked to a psychic and I was thinking like, why am I sick? Like, what do I need to do? I thought she would be like, have turmeric milk or something
Yeah,
like
yeah.
remedy.
Yeah.
And she was like, it's your boyfriend. And I broke up with him. Like I hung up the call with her and I like called him. I was like sobbing and I was like, I have to break up with you because the psychic
you took
said it.
Oh my God, that's
Wow.
amazing.
And that was where the whole premise for Fucktoys came from.
did it
my
cure
God.
the
Yeah.
virus?
Yeah.
I also was doing a juice cleanse. I mean, this is the thing. I was doing everything. I was like juice cleanse.
Anything.
Yeah, it was
But probably good to get rid of him
celery
anyway.
juice,
Liquids,
dumping this
yeah.
guy, you know. But
Did you tell him why? Were you like, I just talked, or
yeah.
you said I talked to his? Okay.
No, I sounded insane.
How did he respond?
Yeah, what did he say?
He was like, that makes sense.
What?
Wow.
No fighting for it at all. He's like, yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
I know, and
Right.
then I called him back after that call, and I was like, "What did I just do?" I was like, "No. That was crazy. Pretend that didn't happen. Like, let's just wipe our memories for a second. We're still together." And he was like, "No, I actually think like this is for the best."
I will say,
Oh my
not that I
gosh.
want to give him any credit, but I do think after you get the call that's like, I'm breaking up with you because the psychic says so, you can't just be like, and now they're getting back together and you're like, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
You have to know that the relationship is bad enough that
The psychic picked
the
up on
psychic,
it.
yeah, like,
and respect the psychic. What are
Yeah.
their names? Like Mystic.
Wendy. Her
Terry-
name was
Yeah,
Wendy.
Oh,
She was
that's always
actually
Wendy.
in Nevada. Yeah, she was in.
Oh,
I was on the
okay.
phone with her. Yeah,
That's
at the
great.
time. I haven't called her since.
I wonder if she tells everyone to break up with their
Wow.
boyfriend and that's her like thing for everything. They're like, hey, I'm having a lot of whatever.
She's
and
like, dump him.
dump him.
Dump him.
Like, no, I'm single. Yeah, well,
Well,
don't get involved
The
with
next
him.
one, yeah, don't do it.
If you do, dump
the next
him.
one, dump
This
him.
is like my co-star. I've been in a relationship for a really long time and it's great, but co-star assumes that everybody who uses co-star is like sad and single and like desperate for love and desperate
Yeah.
for signs because I
Yeah.
guess that's who's using co-star.
Mhm.
So every single day they're like, don't accept less than your worth in your love life. And I'm like, okay.
Really?
I know.
Because my
All right.
co-star is like incoherent.
Oh,
I
feel
feel like
it
the-
is.
the-
They're saying weird
The
shit too.
Mine goes
co-star
off the
is
rails.
sometimes like the light coming from the sky, and you dance and you're like, what is this? What
Also,
is
like the
Yeah.
do's and
is this
don'ts.
a complete sentence?
I know,
It will
I
literally
know.
be like the do's today are mouse traps, and you're like,
Yeah,
what?
exactly.
Why?
It's like
Yeah.
they're just.
I don't.
It's like AI just generating
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
It is, it
Okay.
is.
So yeah, he threw off. Oh,
He's-
gross.
Okay, so I said, oh my god.
Oh my god.
That's all there is. to say.
Right? Luckily, I still had plans to fly out and see my friend the next week. He hadn't texted me since the day of my birthday when he texted me at 8:43 p.m. to say, I'm officially an uncle. Also, happy birthday. Hope the party was fun.
8:43 p.m.
Ew. While he was delivering a baby.
Well, he's a doctor. So
He's a doctor.
he was busy. His
He's a
hands
medical
were busy.
professional.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
He hadn't said a single thing to me since 8:43 p.m. birthday text. He didn't even tell me he wasn't coming back in town. Mind you, he was supposed to drive me to the airport Tuesday.
So he doesn't
Oh
even
my
tell, like, update her,
God.
being like, "Hey, I'm not going to come back. I won't be able to take you to the airport." So what the hell?
I feel like the signs were there.
Oh, they've been there.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
What the hell? That's you. Okay. I told myself.
It was.
That's exactly how you sound.
Genuinely.
What the hell? I told myself I'd give him until wheels up on my plane, and then we were breaking up. And he said nothing, so I texted him and I told him we were done. And then on the plane, I downloaded Field.
Good for her.
I think he was making her do it.
Yeah, he wanted
This
it.
is actually like really frustrating because this is like, it's not just a communication issue; it's an honesty issue. Like he's just not addressing the thing in the room. Yeah.
Totally.
Well,
or in
he's
their
a baby.
relationship.
He's just a baby. He's wanting her to do it. He doesn't want to be the bad
Yeah,
guy.
he doesn't want to be the bad guy.
Yeah.
You don't treat someone this poorly if you want to stay with them.
No.
Yes.
No.
One thing about me is that I love shibari.
Ooh, okay.
So I put that on
One thing
my
about your
Field
girl.
profile, and this man in his 50s who was bald and weird looking reached out and was like, I do ropes if you're interested. I was like, yeah, I actually am. Thank you so much. And he was in town for a sex party weekend, and he sent me a black card to my friend's house where I was staying.
Black card.
He had a room at
like a nice,
I was like, what
you
is it,
know,
black?
Yeah,
like
like a black-
Okay,
basically,
okay.
but
An
before
Uber
then.
black. Uber black.
He had a room at L'Ermitage Beverly Hills, which is a really, really nice hotel. And I told him I hadn't had good sex in a long, long time. He was possessed by the devil. He was on a mission.
Whoa.
A mission from the devil.
Literally.
I called it not a mission from God. I called my friend and I FaceTimed her.
During?
Yeah.
What?
I had his dick in my mouth and I texted her beforehand to make sure she was okay with it. He even told her on the call, she hasn't shut up about you, even with my dick in her mouth. It was sweet.
He
Oh my
literally
God.
says to her best friend on the phone, like FaceTime, he's like, yeah, she won't stop talking about you. She even has my dick in her mouth and she couldn't stop talking. So I said, why don't you just FaceTime her?
That
The guy like
is
gave
so
up
funny.
and was like, you keep mentioning your best friend.
He's just a 50-year-old bald man.
I love
Wow.
He's just grateful to be
I'm doing
there
that to you.
with
Alex,
his
I'm
I
FaceTiming
literally
you.
said this
Get
to
ready.
Kyra on the phone. I said, this is so funny because Kelsey and I talk about this all the time of like, she's always talking to people about me and then telling me details about it. And I'm like, it'd just be easier if I could just be like aware of what's happening with not being present.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to get you in the room. Yeah, we've talked about this. We got to get Sophia in the
That's
cuck
the
chair.
cuck chair.
It's
Yeah,
the cuck chair.
but
And
not
that's
in a
what the
sexual
cuck chair
way.
comes
It's a
from.
platonic
really
cuck chair.
claim it as the bestie chair.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Guys, don't be afraid of the cuck chair. All right?
Think of it as the bestie chair.
Yes.
When you're
yes.
besties with them,
Yeah.
you just want to support them.
It's just like a non-participating.
You just want a yes queen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can bring your
You
Switch
look
if you want.
so
You can-
hot. Yeah.
Woo!
Oh, and I would do the
yes.
same thing. I would
Oh,
be
she really
pumping
likes
this up.
that. Yeah.
Okay, so was the sex good?
So good. We ran out of condoms. And I kept stapling them to the room. No, I'm kidding. And like I said, I'm allergic to latex. So he had to special order more in the middle of the night to come to the hotel room. He used a dildo on me that was attached to a drill. It was amazing. It was obscene.
She sent me a video of it, and it is like an enormous dildo just attached to an actual drill.
Spinning.
And she was just like, yeah, spinning. It was
She's like
great.
floppy.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's what I imagine. It's like-
Was it Wait, did you see? You
wasn't
got a
floppy.
visual?
Yeah,
okay.
it wasn't
It was
floppy.
just straight.
She
It
just
was
like
straight.
used it like
just like circular.
There was another power tool too that was like a handsaw thing that he had that had a dildo on it. And
hands.
I don't know why he was doing so much with tools. Bob the fucking builder over here. Like,
Wait, what do you mean?
He's here
hands
for the sex party weekend.
he was. That's why he had so much
Wow.
stuff with him. He literally was like, oh, I have all my shibari stuff.
They're gearheads.
They are.
That's what I'm saying. They're into all their
are.
toys.
That is fun.
It was fun.
Gear is fun.
Okay, so did you ever see him again?
No, he tried to get me to go to the sex party with him, but I was at Disneyland that day and he called later and asked if I wanted to DP by the pool with him, not director of photography. I
No.
think DP means something else.
Yeah.
With him and a friend. It's
Yeah.
double penetration.
but I had a good friends party that day, so I couldn't. Sorry, I can't get DP'd. I just have my friend. I'm going to Disney World. It's like,
yeah, literally like,
sorry. I wish I could.
Okay, so what happened when you went back to Alabama?
Okay, so while I was in LA, I had texted with my ex a few times, but it was clear we were broken up. I should say, at no point during any of this breakup does he ask to call me or talk to me. Anyway, a few years ago, right before I dated him, a guy I dated for like 6 weeks broke into my house and stole a bunch of things from me, including my underwear, my perfume, my gun, some really personal jewelry, etc. And this guy ended up legitimately stalking me for a while. This is scary.
Yes.
This turned into like a horror movie.
Exactly.
My ex knew how traumatic that period of my life was because we got together shortly afterward. While I was visiting my friend in LA, my ex went into my house without me knowing it and went to pick up some tools back with the
back
fucking
with the tools.
Fucking gearheads.
So this is Cody that it was the shithead. And so while she's in LA, he went into her house.
Oh, she lives in Alabama.
She lives in Alabama. And
visiting her friend in LA.
Yeah.
Okay.
So while she was gone for her like birthday trip that would have been on her birthday, but she was supposed to be there. So he leaves his sister's bedside after the birth, I guess, and goes and picks up his tools from her house without telling her that he has let himself into her house.
Oh my God.
While knowing
keys to her house.
Yeah, but while knowing that she has had all this trauma from.
Well, I just think it's like it doesn't even matter if you didn't have the trauma.
No, you don't go into someone's houses.
Do that?
Not only without, we'll get to this, I guess. I don't want to keep going.
Okay. Only he didn't just not tell me he was going to do that. He didn't even tell me he had done it. So when I got back, I came home and I realized he'd been in my house while I was gone.
Oh my God.
Also, he had locked my cat in a room accidentally without food and water for a day. And my cat sitter and I couldn't figure out how it had happened, but it was because another person was in my house.
Both of them are like, what? How did he lock himself in there? They both could not figure this out.
Oh my God.
Poor kitty.
I know.
Kitty.
This is not the one who died. This is the other cat.
This is the other cat.
Who's also grieving his
Yeah.
brother or sister's death.
And now
Okay.
he's trapped. Okay.
Yeah, trapped in a room because of this idiot who had to go get his tools. What were you going to do with your tools? Help your sister
Yeah, why'd you
give
need
birth
your
again?
tools so bad?
Okay, so have you talked to him
He's
since?
baking a dildo saw.
Yeah, he saw the
is.
content. And he was like,
Yeah.
no, that gives me an idea.
Okay. It's kind of rusty anyway. I need to repurpose it.
So have you talked to him since?
Not really, but my neighbor is his best friend, so I see my ex's shitty car parked in front of my house all the time.
That sucks.
Ew.
Are you seeing anyone else now?
There's a guy here in my town who has weird politics, so I don't know if I'll see him again, but he's an option. He's 6'8". Honestly, anything over 6'4" is weird to me. And he used to be an NFL cheerleader, but he also works for a major weapons manufacturer.
Oh my God.
And he keeps telling me how busy his job is, which freaks me out.
That whole paragraph when she told me, I was like,
this is
going
the final
from...
paragraph.
I
This
know.
is it.
I know.
Oh no.
So
I don't
I'm
know.
not looking for anyone, but if I do find someone, I'll go for it.
6'8".
Maybe not
Ex-NFL
that guy.
cheerleader,
Our
weapons manufacturer,
And he's super slammed,
slammed
from
at
it.
work.
Weird politics. Like, also, I'm from the South. Like, I know the code. Like, all these conservative men say they're independent or they say they're moderate.
Libertarian
Oh,
or
yeah.
moderate.
As their way of like getting to sleep with hot girls because all the hot girls are like not conservative.
You're a Republican.
Yeah.
No, not
we know-
me.
No,
Oh, yeah.
You
Like,
think
no.
you making Fucktoys?
Yeah.
You're like, and it is
It's a MAGA
That's
propaganda.
what we do on the end of the show.
far right
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah,
You'll find
yeah.
out. There's lots
There's
of
hidden
themes of,
messages.
You know.
Yeah.
Wow, they ended on such an abrupt.
That's
I know.
crazy.
She was
You
like,
know?
so here's what I'm saying right now, but I don't know. And I was like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Slim Pickens.
Maybe not
Alabama
that guy.
Slim
Yeah,
Pickens.
that is slim.
I don't think
that
6'8"
guy.
weapons manufacturer would be for me.
I also, my
No.
boyfriend's 6'4". I do feel like 4 inches are unnecessary for him.
6'4",
And his poor hunch.
He doesn't need the extra
Because he has to
four.
hunch down for the world. Everything's
Yeah.
mini, for him.
Does his back hurt?
His back's always, it's
Do you
always
guys
a back
have like
problem.
Oh my God.
apple crates for you to stand on to meet him eye to
Because
eye
we're in
at
film
home?
production,
Yes.
we have our crates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he has to
You
hunch
make him
down.
hunch over.
Well, like, what am I going to do? Jump? Like,
No, that's what the
Yeah.
little apple crates. I was like, maybe there's like
You have a
Yeah.
trail of
ledges
them
in
all
your
over
house.
the yeah. All over the house.
just
Yeah.
wear like
Your own path.
platform.
yeah, you
Yeah,
have like
yeah.
the moon boot things.
Yeah.
On.
Yeah.
That's wild. Kyra, great story, lifetime.
Yeah.
We went in so many
directions.
places there.
Yes.
How did you feel about playing Kyra?
I felt I felt a lot of whiplash.
Oh,
I never knew where anything was gonna go.
No. But
Like
she,
I'm still kind of stuck on the short TV movie star guy with the forts
Yeah.
and the guitar
Yes.
and great sex being an all-in-one
Also,
evening.
she's told so many people about that guy and who he is in her real life, and this guy is
famous.
famous enough that everybody would know who he is. And so her family, her friends, everybody still makes fun of her anytime that that show comes up or he comes up.
Yeah. And the show, which show is it again?
I'll tell you later.
Yeah, I'm really curious. Like, what does Kyra do now? I'm curious about her
I know.
life.
I want to
like,
know
the rest, like,
what's going on.
yeah.
She is just she travels a
And
lot.
she's based in Alabama.
She is. She has so much. She's so much fun all the time. She told me so many things that didn't even make it in here. She is doing great.
How do you
Damn, I
find
love
these
her.
these people?
They just
DM you?
volunteer.
Okay.
So yeah, again, if you do ever want to tell your stories, email us at nonemybusinesspodcast@gmail.com. Just say like, I want to share my stories. We will have a very fun phone call. And it's usually like 45 minutes, an hour phone call. And Kelsey did it last month. We did Freaky February. Kelsey interviewed a bunch of people.
Yeah.
And it's so much fun. And afterward, you're like, I can't believe I'm not going to keep talking to you. Like,
Yeah,
now I know
yeah.
everything about
I
your
also
life.
hope that when she watches this or listens, like, I hope I've lived up.
Oh,
I feel like I didn't prep a character or anything.
you
but
can't. That's the point of this, is to
I-
jump in and
yeah,
be given, like,
yeah.
assigned
Cold read,
somebody
you did it.
else's
I hope,
business to
I
share.
hope she's like listens and she's just like feeling seen.
Oh, she will
or
be.
heard.
Yes, she will be. She will be. You did such a good job of
Yeah.
being Kyra. Thank you again. Where can
Thank
people
you.
find you, find your work?
Okay, my address. No, I'm kidding. Come
this
find
down.
me. I'm on Instagram. My Instagram is Miss MISS Annapurna ANNAPURNA.
That's so cute.
That's kind of the only place.
And
to
wait
look for
for
me.
Fucktoys to come out
Yeah,
in distribution.
Fucktoys the movie.
Yes.
At Fucktoys the movie is our movie Instagram that I basically run. So you're talking to me, either one, you're talking to me in the DMs, and that's where we post like screenings and
can't wait.
I know,
secret
same.
screenings or like whatever we have.
We need to go.
Oh, we gotta go.
I know we're trying to get one. We're trying to get another one in LA.
Yeah.
That's perfect. We'll be there.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
Yeah.
Thank you so much
Thank
again.
you for having me.
If you're interested in us sharing your business anonymously on our next episode, or just want to drop us a line, email us at nonemybusinesspodcast@gmail.com. None of My Business is hosted by me, Sophia Benoit, and my co-host, Kelsey June Jensen. Our supervising producer is Justin Sales. Additional production by Sasha Ashal, Austin Gale, and Juliana Ress. Video editing and production by Kayla Talley. Social media support comes from Austin Gale, Kayla Talley, and Sasha Ashal. Special thanks go to Jonathan Ratliff, Hannah Lakin, John Richter, Belle Roman, and Alea Zaniris. Art direction by David Shoemaker. Motion design by Skull Closet Studio. Photography by Kyle Smithers. Hair by Issa Wilson. If you enjoyed today's show, like and subscribe, follow, or leave us a 5-star review. If you didn't like today's episode, well, that's none of our business.